Unfortunately, the SEC did catch up to me for starting a whole bunch of pyramid schemes in my last video, where people used complex arithmetic to yield imaginary profits. Thanks to Christopher for providing that joke. After some enhanced interrogation, I was released on the condition that I make a video analyzing the problems with pyramid schemes. When I say pyramid scheme, I am referring both to illegal pyramid schemes, which rely upon recruitment for profits with little to no actual product sales, and to legal multi-level marketing, or MLM firms, which generate revenue primarily from legitimate product sales. But in either case, recruitment is key to making money in the business. Since profit requires several recruits under you, known as your downline, this leads to an exponential growth in the number of people in the organization to keep all members profitable, and there are only a finite number of people in the world. If this argument against pyramid schemes and their unprofitability is so simple, why do people keep falling for them? A first reason might be that many aren't aware of how key recruitment is to making money before too late, instead believing that success falls upon their ability to sell the product itself. But many people may recognize this too, and think that they can recruit enough people into the company to make a profit just off their downline. And while these two steps are where most people go wrong, it is the second one that I want to highlight in this video. The simplest way to model a pyramid scheme's growth is by the logistic equation, where new recruits are proportional to both existing members N and the fraction of people left in the scheme, 1 minus N over the cap K. The final parameter we need is the growth rate R, which just tells us over what span of time this happens, weeks, months, years. Because the growth does not depend on time explicitly, we need to pick a point in time to produce a unique solution, picking the time t equals 0 to represent the moment of time where the pyramid scheme is halfway to the cap. We get the cleanest solution for n, k over 1 plus e to the negative rt. Initially, the growth in the scheme is close to exponential, but this exponentiality rapidly dies off. The average downline size is given by the formula k minus n over n, where those remaining to join the scheme divided by those currently in the scheme, which simplifies to a negative exponential. This means the only way to get a big downline is to join early. Now let's say you have some specific goal downline size x. If we set the average downline size to this target value x, you will need to join before n equals k over x plus 1. Another useful metric to estimate when to join the pyramid scheme is the number of steps up the upline you need to reach the people at the top, which is achieved by taking the logarithm of that success cutoff value. But when you're recruited, you don't know any of these numbers and must guess each of them. Before continuing, take a guess at x and leave it in the comments. Now, the payment methods for pyramid schemes are notoriously obtuse, but we can estimate x by using the fraction of people who succeed. The commonly cited pyramid scheme failure rate, that is to say the percentage of people who join a pyramid scheme and fail to make a profit, is about 99%, suggesting that the goal downline is approximately 99. Though sources on both sides of the argument dispute this by up to an order of magnitude. Realistically, if your goal downline is greater than 10, joining a pyramid scheme is just a bad idea. If you can convince 10 people to work under you while giving you money, you might as well just start your own profitable venture in some other line of work. On that note, if 10 of you want to pay me to edit my videos beyond glorified PowerPoints, or to see me say stupid things, I have a Twitter that I've started lurking on recently, link in the description. Estimating N and K are also tough, since pyramid scheme members operate independently of the business. A good estimate for K is hard to come by. However, there are about 6 million Americans involved in pyramid schemes. If your pyramid scheme can capture even 1% of that market, which is typically a business success, you'd have about 60,000 recruits. But with a goal downline of 100, unless you are among the first 600 members, that is to say, if your upline isn't a founder, or S equals 1, you will not profit. So unless you have some serious international connections, you are stuck in your home market, which dramatically limits K. Now some might argue that K is much larger than 60,000. But do you know what industry in the United States employs 40,000 and 70,000 people? Logging. If wood, which is grown and shipped across the continent, doesn't need more than 70,000 workers, thinking some ooh-woo health product needs more people to distribute it nationwide is delusional. As another point of comparison, only 3 creators on Patreon get to that level of subscribers, but people are paying specifically for their product, not for the right to sell their product to other people. Again, getting 60,000 people to pay you for anything is impressive, but fine. Let's assume you're in the largest pyramid scheme ever, with 6 million members. To break even, your upline must be directly under a founder. That's just one layer later. This is how exponential growth backfires. Okay, let's lower your goal downline to be something small, like 10, and use that 60,000 number from before. In that case, you need to be in the first 6,000 people to join, which still only puts you 3 layers away from a founding member. In other terms, if you cannot personally connect with a founder of a pyramid scheme on LinkedIn after a day or 2 of connecting, don't bother. Pyramid schemes, whether illegal or in the form of MLMs, rely on recruitment, not product sales, to sustain themselves. Now, most people know that pyramid schemes bottom out quickly due to exponential growth. But most people think of the example of exceeding the world population after 15 steps with a goal downline of 5. But the reality that I hope this video conveys is that unless you join absurdly early, ideally right under a founder, you have almost no chance of making a profit. Even in the best schemes, exponential expansion quickly hits a wall, dooming the vast majority of participants to failure. So do not join a pyramid scheme, please. Now, of course, no video about pyramid schemes is complete without me asking you to share this video with everyone you know in order to subscribe. If you like this video, then like this video. Thank you for watching.